going to talk about women today. I haven't been talking about them much lately, but it's been on my mind why women like the bad boy. And I know why, but I'm going to try to explain it to you. At least my hypothesis, my opinion on why that is, because I know so many men are puzzled by that. Why would they want a man who is unstable, or they seem to believe he's unstable, not know if he's going to be there, not know if he's going to stay with them, not know if he's faithful, they don't know if he's what he says he is. There's that sense of uncertainty that they like, that they're attracted to about the bad boy, that the good, stable, provider, loving, kind, caring man doesn't give them. But logically speaking, we think, well, why isn't she attracted to the guy who's stable? Because women will tell you they want a man who they can depend on. They want a man who they can trust. They want a man who they know is going to be there. That's what they say. That's what 99% of women will tell you. And as some people say, never listen to what a woman says she wants, but watch what she reacts to, what she responds to. Watch her actions. And I know from experience, when I was younger, I was the player, the bad boy, till I was probably about 29 years old. And I dated girls. Now, some of you guys may think, and if there's any women listening, you'll say, well, that's because these girls are sick. They come from broken families. That's not true either. I've dated girls from broken families. I've dated girls from stable Catholic families. I've dated girls from stable families that weren't religious. And there's a difference in all of them when it comes to what they desire. Most of them, if not 99% of them, like that bad boy. And that's exactly what I was. Now, I thought about this, and you can agree or disagree with what I'm going to tell you, but one of the aspects, the causes of this, I believe, is that for thousands of years, since men and women have been here, women have depended on men to survive. And they still do, although in our modern society, they don't really realize they do. They say they don't need men, but men have built this world. Men maintain the infrastructure. Men maintain everything. Well, maybe not everything, but most things. Just as men need women, or humanity would, what's the word? Eliminate itself. That's not the word. Become extinct. We need each other. But we have created a society, men have, where women live in the illusion that they don't need men. But back to my original point. For thousands of years, when a man left, the woman, the kids, the family, however you want to look at it, even back in the caveman days, she never knew if he was coming back. Now, he wanted to come back, of course, because he wanted to provide for his family. But he may get eaten by the tiger. He may get killed by a band from another clan, another tribe. He may have an accident. It was very dangerous. And even when we started to have ships, more modern society, even 2,000 years ago, the men would leave for months on a war march, or they would go out and they still was not sure if the man was coming back or not. So just like men are programmed with certain instinctual evolutionary desires, women too are programmed with that. So if for thousands of years she had an uncertainty about her man, and all of a sudden in our society today, she gets with a man who's always there, she can depend on, he goes to work, he comes home every day, he's in bed every night at the same time, he takes care of the kids, he provides for the family, they become bored because They've been evolutionarily programmed for thousands of years to have this sense of drama, this excitement, this unknowing of whether their man was going to come back or not. Now, this may sound foolish to some of you, but it's no more foolish than your desire when you see a young, fertile woman to be attracted to her and want to be with her. Now, you of course don't have to act on that desire, but it's there. It's programmed in you, just like it's this desire women have for the attraction to the uncertainty. So what is the bad boy? What is the player? What is the guy who cheats on his woman? I know all of you have probably known men who have a beautiful woman. She seems like a really nice girl, comes from a stable family, and this guy's a jerk, but yet she stays with him. She loves him. She would do anything for him. I've experienced that myself back in my younger years. Like I said, from about the age of 15 or 16 to 29, I had girls that would leave. I was married also, that would leave their family, their country, their friends, their school. I've experienced all that. And I've been on the other side after about 30 years old when I married, and I was married 3 times after that I was that guy that was a stable provider. I was always home. I'm in bed every night. I was there, and I gave them, how would you say, security. And even though a woman says she wants security, security almost is like a noose around their neck. It strangles them. I had one girl tell me she felt like she couldn't breathe. And I was not a doting codependent where I was trying to control her every move either. But yet, that's the way she felt. But in this case, this woman did come from a broken family and was, she wanted to have the security of a boyfriend, a man, but she wanted to still run around like she was single in that case. But I've had other cases similar to where they did come from a stable family, but they were so attractive to me because they never knew if I were going to be there or not. I know in my teen years when I rode a Harley Davidson, I would leave and she knew I was with other women. I would say, I always come back to you. And I did. And she was loyal and faithful, and she would do anything for me. And there were several other women like that also. My first wife, I was married to her. I had a couple of mistresses. I had other girlfriends. And she knew it, but I took care of her. But she never knew whether I was always going to be there or not. Although I always was, there was that sense of uncertainty because I had all these other women after me. And I had women chasing me down, leaving notes on my car. But that's the contrast between that, and I don't recommend that lifestyle. It was very hectic. You think you want 2 or 3 women at a time. Very difficult. It takes a lot of energy to manage all that. So when I turned 30 and I looked back on my past life and I thought, man, I was dishonest with all my relationships. I was good in business, but dishonest in my relationships, my personal life. And I thought, well, maybe I should be the man that I hear you're supposed to be. And as I said, I was married 3 times. And 2 of those women came back afterwards and said, well, while I was married to them, one of them told me, you're a good father and a good husband. I just can't live this type of life. And she ran off with the bad boy, the guy who just got out of jail. He was dealing meth, and he was exciting. Now, of course, later on, she regretted it. Her life is miserable today, and I take no joy in that. And then the last one I was married to also told me, you're just too good to women. You're just too good to women. And they don't appreciate it until I finally get enough of their, how would I say, promiscuity or cheating or whatever you want to call it, and then I leave them. And then they want to come back, but there's no coming back. But the whole point of this is women are attracted to uncertainty. Now, does that mean you have to have a lot of girlfriends or a mistress or promote or create uncertainty in your relationship? No. But what it does mean is you don't need to always be there. Of course, you need to provide security and a home for your family, your children if you have them, and your wife. but you don't always need to be there. You need to have a life outside of your life with her. You don't need to be together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. She doesn't always need to know exactly where you are, exactly when you're coming home. What I'm saying is create a life where you have a life besides your wife or your girlfriend. And even though they'll complain about it, that's exactly what most of them, from my experience, that's what they want. That's what they desire. Otherwise, they become bored. And what do they say? You can do anything you want with a woman except bore her. So don't bore your girlfriend. Don't bore your wife. Have a life outside of your wife. Think about that. Take care. Have a great day.